Today's horoscope from Astro Academy, Cancer, June 5, 2025. In the first half of the day, small complications can have a way of taking over your mind. Awareness of this tendency can help you overcome it, since brooding or dwelling on unresolved matters from your past can interfere with your enjoyment of the present. It may be better to steer your thinking toward creative pursuits, but this is not about ignoring problems. The goal is to avoid dwelling on them in favor of considering them and aiming to resolve them going forward. A fresh approach or plan of action is in order. Your best bet for managing feelings of being overwhelmed may be to focus on more minor problems and work your way up rather than succumb to pressures to handle things immediately. Inner confusion manifests in fluctuating energy levels and emotions, but as the day progresses, you seek inspiration, and it's a fine time for personal enjoyment and acceptance. You are one of the most giving and nurturing zodiac signs of all. However, whenever the moon spins across the skies from you into Virgo, this energy is especially amplified. Virgo is focused on being compassionate, affectionate, and of service at all times. This is why, collectively, we will all feel these energies rising from within us. Virgo is also a very domestic zodiac sign, so leaning into this kind of vibration will also make you feel entirely at one with the universe and at peace. If you have lots to do, work at your own pace. Forget about what everyone else is doing. You'll be way more productive if you follow the beat of your own drum. The current transit makes this a good time for a general cleansing, one that really should take place at least once or twice a year. Look to your body and begin the cleansing process. Plenty of water, of course, is very important the whole way through. If you are able, try to maintain a couple of days' worth of strict dietary limitations, eating only raw fruits and vegetables. You might feel light and active, and receive a lot of return energy if you pay attention to what your body tells you. Expressing your thoughts and desires will come much more easily to you on this day. Given your tendency toward nervousness at times, this can be a big help. Even if verbal communication escapes you, this essence can see you finding other ways to get your message across. Try writing a letter or some poetry. Perhaps a picture can paint the words you want to say. Explore some of the possibilities. You're sure to find the way if you take the time to try. At the same time that the moon is making its first visit to your relationship sector since the last planet left Pisces, meaning that for the first time in 15 years there are no planets to clash with, Mars is just 2 weeks away from injecting a lot more passion and energy into your relationships. Until then, there is not only a chance to become more emotionally engaged and aware, but to draw on past experience when it comes to knowing what you want from your relationships and what they need from you. Until then, Mars is working with Venus to energize things on the income and job fronts. While the moon is making its ordinary monthly visit to your relationship sector, and this is something that every 4 weeks is a chance to check in and become more emotionally engaged and aware, with Mars now just 14 days away from returning to begin the most important relationship months of the year. This comes just as Jupiter is 7 days away from returning to your romantic sector to begin your luckiest year for love in over a decade. Cancer, emotions flow like water, but you decide the course. Your quote of the day: what you feel is valid but not always permanent. Your color of the day is pearl, sensitive and resilient. Lucky numbers: 2, 6, 15. Comfort is sacred, don't apologize for needing it. A family insight may surface in a gentle moment. Let healing come without force. Our eyes in the sky. Welcome to your tarot reading for June 5, 2025. There's something special in the air today, an energy that quietly nudges us toward clarity, inner growth, and empowered choice. It's the kind of day where small insights can spark lasting change, and when you take a moment to pause and reflect, you might realize how far you've already come, even if the journey hasn't always been easy. This reading is here to gently guide you through today's themes with compassion, encouragement, and honesty. The cards drawn for today are the Chariot, Page of Cups, 4 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Starting strong, we have the Chariot, a card that speaks to drive, ambition, and the focused pursuit of your goals. It carries the message that you have more control over your direction than you might think, even if the road has felt unpredictable lately. The Chariot invites you to take the reins back in some area of your life. Maybe it's about setting stronger boundaries. initiating a project you've been putting off, or even deciding not to let fear speak louder than your intuition. Think of a time you pushed forward despite the odds. How did it feel to realize that your inner strength carried you further than doubt ever could? That energy is here for you again today. Trust it. Next comes the Page of Cups, a softer, more whimsical energy that reminds you to stay open, especially emotionally. You might notice something today that sparks your curiosity or touches your heart in an unexpected way. This could be a conversation, a creative idea, or simply a quiet inner whisper you've been ignoring. The Page of Cups often brings an invitation to feel more deeply, to explore your imagination, and to welcome new possibilities even if they don't make total sense yet. Maybe you've been longing to express yourself creatively or reconnect with something that once brought you joy. Don't overthink it. Let yourself daydream. Let something unexpected surprise you. Move to the Four of Wands, a beautiful card of celebration, connection, and milestones. It may be subtle, but there's something worth acknowledging today. Maybe it's progress on a goal, a shared moment with a friend or family member, or even a long-awaited sense of peace within yourself. The Four of Wands reminds us to not skip over the good parts, even if they're small. Sometimes we think celebration requires a perfect moment, but more often, it's about creating those moments in the middle of ordinary days. Think back to a time when laughter came out of nowhere or a smile lingered longer than expected. That's the energy of this card. Let it in. Now, the Seven of Pentacles invites us to reflect on what we're investing our time and energy into. This isn't a card of immediate results, but of thoughtful evaluation. You might be in a place where you're wondering, is this worth it? Am I on the right track? This card says yes, but also reminds you to check in with your values and long-term vision. Planting seeds is important, but tending to them with patience and love is what brings the harvest. It's okay if something's growing more slowly than you hoped. Stay committed, and give yourself credit for the persistence you've shown. Finally, we close with the Hermit, a card of introspection, solitude, and inner wisdom. It doesn't mean pulling away from the world completely, but rather taking time to reconnect with your inner light. If you felt mentally or emotionally overstimulated lately, today might be the perfect opportunity to create a little quiet space for yourself. That could be a walk without your phone, journaling, or even just a deep breath in the middle of your busy schedule. The Hermit reminds you that your own insight is powerful, and you don't always need external noise to find clarity. Taken together, these cards weave a story of confident movement, emotional openness, meaningful reflection, and deep personal insight. Today is a blend of head and heart, why to both move forward with purpose and pause with awareness. There's room here for both action and softness. Let me ask you, do any of these energies reflect where you're at right now? Are you in a phase of decision-making like the Chariot, or feeling that quiet tug to slow down like the Hermit? Have you recently had a moment that felt worth celebrating, even in a small way? I'd love to hear what part of this reading resonates with you. Share your thoughts or even your questions. Sometimes simply writing something out is the first step to making sense of it. Whatever this day brings, remember, you are in motion, even when it feels like you're standing still. Your path is unfolding with every step you take, and you have everything you need to keep going gracefully, truthfully, and with heart.